What's up? It's your boy. Let him know Zoe. Back with another video. Y'all, today I want to talk about, should young adults living with their parents pay rent? Now, this is something that I want to talk about for a handful of reasons. Number one, I find myself in that particular situation. I'm a young adult who lives with their parents. Number two, the economy is getting a little crazy right now. Things seem to be getting ever more expensive. So saving for a crib, like whether it's an apartment or a house or whatever, it's a little more difficult because it seems like these days the dollar doesn't exactly go as far as maybe it used to because, inflation is going crazy right now. But yeah, times have definitely changed. It is now 2024. And this year, I would say it's probably not super common for young adults to be moving out of their parents' houses. Of course, it's still happening, but not at the same rate as it was, I would say, probably like 30 years ago. Because 30 years ago, and probably like longer than that, 30, 40, 50 years ago, things just were not as expensive as they are now. Like it didn't cost so much money just to, begin your life as an adult. And of course, if you're gonna do that, like a part of that you can't cut out, that you have to do, is to move out of your parents' house and to get your own spot. So that's just been increasingly tough to do because, like I said, it just seems like inflation is through the roof right now. And it seems also like you can never seem to hold on to all the money that you spend. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I mean, I try to budget, I really do, but it seems like most weeks I just can't seem to hold on to the entire check. Of course, not the entire thing, but like I can't even seem to hold on to most of the money throughout the week because there's always just something that I need to do. Not even like saying like, oh, like I need to go get some shoes or I need to get that chain or some earrings. No, it's not even nothing superficial like that. I'm literally just talking like, just like food, transportation, gasoline, like stuff like that. So it just kind of seems to me like there are kind of less viable options these days as far as people moving out because it's just tough, you know. So with all these factors coming together, it just doesn't really seem like it's the best idea for parents to be charging their young adult kids to live with them because we're family. Like personally, like I understand like times are tough and everything. We family, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but the idea of me being a parent and like me and my wife being parents and we have kids, and then our kids reach a certain age, and then just because of that, we start expecting money from them to stay in their own house. That doesn't really sit right with me. It rubs me the wrong way. Like I said, I understand that people are in a lot of different situations financially. Some people are well off, some people are struggling, and some people are just managing to break even. But honestly, I think that it's a matter of choice. I don't think that young adults should be obligated to pay like bills in their parents' house. I I'm sure you guys can see I'm kind of conflicted by this because on one hand it's like we're family and like there should be some love there and everything. It's like you're my son. I'm not gonna expect you to give me money just to come home. Like that sounds crazy. But on the other hand, it's like, yeah, like you're an adult, you're mature, you're grown, and usually most people 18 plus like have some sort of, if you're not in school then you're like probably working. So I guess it wouldn't be super like unfair for parents to ask for a little something from you, but I don't know. I mean, it's just a matter of choice to me, honestly. It's a case by case basis. Um, yeah, man. So I don't know. Honestly, I just feel like it kind of that process of asking your children for money kind of slows them up in the long run. It's kind of like a very slow, very subtle sabotage of your child, actually. And what I mean by that is by constantly expecting money from them just to live in their own house, just to live in their family home, you're 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 slowing down their progress as far as saving in order for them to eventually become independent and strike out on their own. You're slowing down that process because you're constantly taking money out of your kids' pockets. So how am I supposed to get my stuff together and get ready to be out on my own if my own family is constantly draining money from me? I mean, that might sound rough. Maybe some people feel differently than I do, but I just think that, I don't know, asking looking for money from your kids just doesn't sit right with me. And that's my ultimate opinion. I just like when I get older and I establish a relationship and I build a family and then my children come of age, I would just never feel right looking for money from them. I mean, if I'm falling on tough times, then like maybe I'll talk to my kids and be like, okay, guys, like I'm your father, like I love you and everything. Like I'm very glad that you guys have been like like here, like in my life. I'm glad that you guys have been part of my life. But I need a little assistance. So like I would like be like, guys, like I need a little bit of help. Like and this again, this is only if I'm falling on financial hard times. But like in a perfect world, like if I'm doing well and I have all the income that I need, and like myself and my wife, because like she in this day and age, if I get married to a woman, she'll probably be working. She probably wouldn't want to be a housewife. So if I'm contributing my income to the household and my wife is contributing her income to the household, then between the two of us, I feel like we should be all right. I feel like we shouldn't be looking for money from our kids. So honestly, maybe I'm indirectly airing out some people's situations, but like if you don't really got it like that, then you can't just like start making demands and telling people, oh well, I kept a roof over your head for so many years and I did all this for you, so now you need to do this for me. Like that's the wrong way to go about it. Honestly, if you want your grown children to graciously contribute financially, you you can't be so you can't be so forward about it. Like you got to be more heartfelt. You got to be more compassionate. You got to be like, all right, guys, I'm about to go into it again. Like talking to my kids, saying like, okay, we've had all these good times and good experiences together, but like now, like we might be falling on hard times a little bit. So if you guys could, like, I need you to help me out a little bit. I need you guys to help out your mother and I a little bit around the house. Like, if you put it like that, like, I think like a young adult who makes any type of like, decent money would be like, all right, sure, like that makes sense. I'm grateful to you. I love you, so I'll contribute, and you guys deserve this because I have love for my family. But it's really all about the approach, because like I said, like if you come into it being like overly aggressive and be like, oh, I did this for you, you need to do this for me, da, da, da. Like, bro, you gotta relax, you gotta chill. That's not the way to do it. So to close up the topic, should young adults who live with their parents be paying rent? Honestly, it's a case by case basis. There's no one exact way that we should all be doing things. It really just depends on your personal situation. So if you have a household, if you have your own household and like you run your own household and you're earning income, you're able to pay for your expenses, then great. But if you're having a hard time and maybe you have somebody else living with you who also works, then just talk with them. Don't don't get in their face and get extra aggressive and start making demands. Just sit them down and just talk with them. That's all it is. So it's your boy. Let them know Zoe. Like, comment, subscribe, share. I'm out.